Propel him forward, man. Propel him forward. He needs to go there. Hi everyone, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to My Hero Academia season. Which season is this? 7 or 8? Season 8. Oh my goodness. Season 8, episode 3. The final boss. Last episode. We lost Thane. Bakugo's back. Yay! So before we get into this episode, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/philomini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. I have watched. This is my last reaction for the day. And both of the reactions that I've done previously have left me feeling. The first one left me feeling angry, and the second one left me feeling just not cool. I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling going into this episode. Hopefully this one is just not gonna tug on my emotions too much, you know. So let's go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
We don't know who that somebody's gonna be. My boy. My boy is back. Holding the All Might trading card. But you're still not 100% though. You heard. The final boss. And I'm thinking about who is the final boss. I know All For One has been the boss for like forever. And Shigaraki is supposed to be his substitute. So is Shigaraki the final boss? Probably right. Oh, that was not in the intro before. They know what they're doing. Keeping it a secret from us. Well, thank you for that. Oh yeah, it was not there. They know what they're doing. Because when they're like all reaching out over there, Bakugo was not among them. Well, had I not been spoiled that he was coming back, I would have been even more surprised, I guess. But yeah. No one wants him to die. Well, some may do, but we don't. Oh my goodness! Propel him forward, man. Propel him forward. He needs to go there. Oh, he will. The future's coming, man.
誰かの祈りがクソ雑魚のてめえが
No, my Bakugo. He's the one that's gonna save him. Shonen, oh no. No, I thought it was, but it was not. Oh, it wasn't, but it was changed.
として約束が残った。あなたはそれを果たさなければ。だろうね、私は。ヒーローであり、人間だもの。楽にはしね。
Yay! He doesn't get to that. He doesn't get to that.
なんだ、この光は。
これって爆破の個性。
Yes!
昔ヴィラン連合に拉致られた。
Oh, and then back to the rooftop.
名前なんだっけ。
Great explosion murder. This is the short that I saw. Seems like you're alive.
大丈夫か。
No, okay, you're alive. Okay, you're right.
こっちのセリフじゃ。よぼよぼのじいさんがよ。
I love you. Be careful.
こっちのセリフでもあるんだか。
Is he still in him?
エッジショット。
Don't die. Please. Please.
危険が深まったりもやい結びを施したゆえ、まず誇ることはない。
Yay.
だからじゃない。
Wow.
待ってる。生かしてくれてありがとう。
My Bakugo. Being grateful. He's grown up so much.
限界を迎え、自分か爆豪の命かを天秤にかけざるを得なくなった頃、死の直前、爆豪の全身から溢れ出ていた小さな汗の玉。目覚めさせたのはお前が磨いてきた力だ。
You did patch him up. Okay. So he wouldn't have been alive if it wasn't for you.
状況的にオール・フォー・ワンだと思ったらなんだあのチビ。ぶっ潰す。オール・フォー・ワンだよ少年。手を。大爆殺神ダイナマイト。
People, don't do this to me.
与えてやれないか。
Barnabas.
いや、後回しだ。
You're not going anywhere.
ここまで来たら
You're not going anywhere.
弟を先にいただく。
You're not going anywhere.
考慮していたはずだ。
最良の道筋を取捨選択してゴールに結びつけるのさ。
Abby,
お互いにエクに帰る。
let it boil
落ちているのは
and blow you up.
すぐにとなのに、なぜこうも歯車が来る。
It's the little things, man, put together, you know?
見ていたはずだ。
No. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The final boss. Explosion. Explode his face. Explode everything. Explode everything.
あいつに拭えねえもんはこっちで拭うってな。
He's the final boss. He was thinking it was gonna be all for one or not Midoriya.
首謀者のスピナーを拘束。 北斗島ハイエンドの活動停止を確認。現在負傷者たちの救出活動中。
Oh my god, she's left full corporate. Is she not gonna go back to being invisible anymore?
黒霧についてはイレーザーヘッドプレゼントマイクとともに
Uh,
消息不明です。
what happened to them? I'm trying to remember. Been a while.
レディーナ
Oh,
が
Lady Naga.
この総力戦は
緑谷伊豆
Not just Midoriya. Not just Midoriya.
早い。あいつヒガラキすら翻弄する動きを見せた。あいつは何かを
Has he figured it out? Or is he gonna figure it out during this battle?
この副作用を生かせ。おっとまだこうしたはずのやつがゴキブリのように渋
Well, he's my roach. My beloved roach.
距離を取ってフォースでなんとかしのいできたけど、再生プラス即死持ちプラス前より強化されてセカンドは発動したら最後発動時間に関わらず切った途端反動で体が動かなくなる。さらに向こうへ
That's so trap.
モブかい。
No, you're not.
以上巻き戻しを進行させてまでかかずらうほどの価値も意味も絵にしも
Oh. Don't be discounting my boy, okay?
来た。痛みだ。手のひらに溜めた汗粒が全身を駆け巡る痛みでつかめ誘惑のタイミング。
Oh my.
なんだこいつは。
He can't control it yet.
俺まだお前に追いつけるかな。
I remember me crying during that episode.
ってだろうな。なんか今追い越せそうな。
As you can. You can. Oh, people are watching you, my boy. They're watching you.
勝樹が
Oh, mommy.
あの子きっと
He's our son.
いつもみたいに笑ってるはずだよ
I love that grade.
さっきからなぜこの石ころになぜ僕はオールマイト以上の余一ならもういないぞ。お前が殺したんだ。そうだ、似ている。手を差し伸べなければ。僕が最も憎いのはお前だ。クド！ボケが来たかバーガー！爆豪のカッチャンだ！
Why are you? Excuse me. I love it when Bakugo is the main focus in an episode. I absolutely love it. And when they give him the power, the music, the heroic feel, like everything, it just makes me so happy. It makes me so happy, y'all. Y'all don't even know, man. He's my favorite character in this show. And when I see him being the hero that I know he can be, that I know he wants to be, that they're displaying him to be, it makes it so much fun. Like, My heart cannot take how awesome this episode feels to me. It feels so awesome just seeing him smile. That smile that he gave All Might. Such a genuine, loving smile on his face. I absolutely loved it. And the fact that he's calling himself the final boss. Oh my goodness. And the fact that him and Kacchan was so no, him and Kacchan. It's still Kacchan, oh my goodness. Him and Deku were so in sync. When he first woke up and then they looked at each other and it was just like so instant. Deku just like threw him like straight to All Might, and it's just like the speed with which he got All Might away from All for One. It was just so amazing. I absolutely loved this episode. I loved it after all the crying that I have been doing in this show. It is so nice not to have to cry, and even if I share a tear, it's like tears of joy. You know, I I love this episode so much. I loved it so much, and I'm glad that Edgeshot is not dead because when he first went into Bakugo to heal him, to repair him, he was saying that he's basically exchanging his life for him, you know. And when that moment came where it was like, okay, I'm gonna have to give my life to him, that's when the sparks in Bakugo's body basically woke him up, you know. So I'm glad that he's still alive. He didn't, he's still alive. So that's good. Um the convo between All Might and his imagination of Night Eye about his fate, dying, and then that face being twisted by, a promise and all those things. Oh, love it. So basically, from that convo, All Might is not dying. So I'm like relieved about that because that's been what I've been dreading during the last few episodes, apart from the previous one, which, like I said, I've seen the YouTube short. It was in English. No, English dub, you know, and of All Might saying to Bakugo, "You're alive," or something along those lines. That's what I shouldn't have done that, but it spoiled that for me, which made it so that last episode I was not in my emotions, thinking that All Might was gonna die. Even though I was still worried, part of me was like, "No, he's not gonna die because Bakugo." And then you have All for One there, just basically thinking, okay, I've laid out all these plans and uh, things should be going my way. But, after all, they showed all those people that he's been calling pebbles or whatever, the people that have been in his way, that have tried to stop him, showing flashes of them like all throughout. And I'm like, yeah, but it's those people combined together that are derailing your plans right now, you know? And then Bakugo shows up and he's like, why am I so, when they make Bakugo feel even more sort of menacing to All for One than All Might, that's how you know, man. That's how you know that your boy has made it. When they're afraid of him even more than they are of All Might. It's like, ah. And um All for One was like, why am I so sort of like basically being intimidated, or I don't forgot the word that he used when it came to Bakugo. And then he started remembering um the second, he mentioned his name in this episode. Did you say Kudo or Kudo or what? Hold on, let me see if I can go back. Okay, Kudo. He's calling. That's his name. Kudo reminds him of. Oh, Bakugo reminds him of Kudo. Either way, whichever way works. Like that's why he sort of like was. He was Bakugo. I guess was affecting him. I guess in a way, because he basically said in this episode that Kudo is the one that he hates the most because he's the one that reached out his hands to his brother Yoichi, and I love that moment when he said that he reached out his hand to Yoichi, and then they showed Bakugo and um Deku's hand like reaching out to each other, like holding each other and everything. It's like ooh. Like the symbolisms in this show, man. It's like it's amazing, and the fact that when um that moment where Bakugo is like, can I keep up with it's like Deku, can I keep up with you or something or other like that? Can I catch up to you? Something along those lines. And that was the moment where he basically was killed. And I was crying my eyes out. When they replayed that moment here, like, can I catch up to you? And what exactly happened? Then ay, ay, why am I not? This episode needs multiple viewing. Oh no. I forgot where my thought process was going. I was trying to scroll through the episode and something about I can't figure it out. I don't know exactly where it was in the episode. I'm trying to use sort of like my cursor to see if I can pinpoint exactly where that scene was. Oh man. I'm not stuffing. I finally found that moment. Oh, yeah, yeah. It was after he figured out how he the pain that he's feeling with the thing that he's stored up, like it's a pain, and everything. And then he used that he just went after all for one that was like, I don't need to be dealing with this pebble. And then he's like, hey Izuku, you remember that moment? And then he's like, what do I feel like now? I can get past. I just saw it. Basically, he can still catch up to you. I I get the feeling now that I can get ahead. You know, that was amazing. But I don't think that's what I wanted to talk about during that moment. So I don't know why I brought that up. But either way, I think what I wanted to talk about was the fact that he has been feeling so much guilt over him being the one that basically sort of ended All Might's career when he got captured by the League of Villains, and All Might has to come to rescue him, and he had to face All for One, during that, and then he basically passed the torch to Deku, and Bakugo has been feeling that guilt, that why do I have to be the one to basically end All Might? And the fact that All Might was dying this episode and he's the one that came to save him, that was amazing. Like, so amazing. And then when All Might was on the ground and he's like, come over here, I can move because of blood curdle and everything, and then he goes up there and then reached out his hand to All Might, and then All Might passed on the gauntlet or whatever he had on his hand to him, and he had this huge smile. I believe I said that before. That smile got to me, man. It got to me. It was just so beautiful. Such a beautiful smile on my Bakugo, who's usually always screaming and having that face that he usually has. You don't see him like that often, if ever. Like having like a genuine smile on his face. Ah, I feel like there were so many little things in this episode. The fact that people are watching him all over the world save All Might, fighting all for one. His mother and his father looking at him with that grin on his face. You know, uh, this is the moment where Bakugo shines in front of the whole world, and I love it. I love it. Hopefully, he's able to defeat All for One. As much as I'm loving the attention that he's getting this episode and see him go beyond, you know, I'm still worried. This is All for One. He's not a villain that's easy to defeat. So, if Bakugo, being the final boss, is the one that actually defeats him, I'm like, I know it's not like he's the one that's been fighting him since the beginning. All Might has done a whole lot, and then with the rewind, it's not just All Might, but it's been everyone before then chipping away at All for One's power little by little, and then with the rewind also working, and then All Might also doing his thing to try to get him all the way rewound back. So he's not the All for One that he was, before he's facing Bakugo. But still, if Bakugo is the one that defeats him, I'm like, oh, amazing. It would be amazing. Is there anything else? I'm sure there's something that I missed talking about this episode, but it's like there just has been so many little amazing moments in this, and I just Bakugo being Bakugo. I'm watching this on my little screen over here, but after I'm done and get something to eat or whatever, I'm gonna go back and rewatch this episode, man. I just wanna see Bakugo on my 55-inch TV. Bigger and better. I absolutely love this episode. I loved it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is gonna be in the pinned comment. So you can just click on it and you can watch it right now. And you can also catch up with all my previous My Hero Academia reactions. There's a playlist in the pinned comment as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.